How much money have I made in the Amazon Influencer Program? I'm gonna reveal that number later on in the video. But first, let's talk about Creator Connections. A few months ago, I made a full guide tutorial that I'm gonna link down below because if you haven't figured out Creator Connections yet, I feel ya. It's crazy confusing. But I would start with that tutorial and then come back here because we've got all the frequently asked questions on that video. That's right, I'm taking your comments and answering them out loud right here. Sometimes I'll have a video for a product and see multiple Creator Connections campaigns for that product. Should I submit the video to all the campaigns it qualifies or just one? So this happens a lot with Creator Connections. I will see the same mug or something, and it's the same picture of the same mug, and there's like 20 campaigns, the exact same product, and it's on 20 campaigns. Since I have the mug, I will link it to the earliest start date campaign and then the latest end date. That way I've got like bookends. And then I'll make sure that all that time in between is also accounted for. That way I've got like overlapping campaigns. So that no matter what happens, as long as I sell this mug offsite or onsite, I'm gonna get the extra big commission for it, not just the little bit that I get on onsite and offsite. Now, some people might wanna just accept every single one of those campaigns and connect every single link possible. You won't get double, triple, 20 times credit just because you're accepting every single campaign. Only gonna select one, the computer, the algorithm, however that stinking thing works, it knows more than us, unfortunately. Do you actually have to buy the products? No, you don't. So for instance, I actually did buy this lamp. As far as I know, it is not on Creator Connections. However, if I didn't have this lamp, but I still wanted to talk about it, I could make a collage. We'll talk about that later. I could screenshot it for a video and talk about the lamp. You can still get great stuff for that, but let's think about it from the opposite point of view. If I'm a viewer and I'm watching a video, a review about something, and they just have a screenshot of this rechargeable waterproof lamp that's supposed to like go outside, be inside, all these different things, I just don't really trust that review. It's not that good. Like even if I'm just watching a YouTube video of it, that's fine. Who has the lamp for real though? I myself have made lots of like Christmas gift type of videos where it's a big list of things and there's lots of screenshots on them. I don't think people really care about that, but I was just trying stuff, okay? Now, of course, for on-site, you have to have the product in hand. If you're gonna put that video on your Amazon Creator Hub, that product has to be in your hands. YouTube video, TikTok, collage, Instagram story, it can be a screenshot, that's totally fine. Most of the campaigns will say, we do not offer free samples, but it never hurts to ask. But I'm not gonna put this brand on blast, but I will tell you that I messaged a brand about some bed sheets that were Christmas themed. They were like, oh my gosh, yeah, accept the campaign, fill out the form, let us know you filled out the form, and then we'll send those sheets. So I accepted the campaign before I had the product in hand. I originally messaged this brand, I think on November 4th. It's December 24th. There has never been any sheets. And I've messaged back and forth with someone from the brand, and they've been fantastic, but there still haven't been any sheets that have arrived in my mailbox or at my front door. That if someone asks you to accept the campaign first, be like, nope. And you know what? If they decide not to work with you, it's probably better for you. Because what I ended up doing is making a collage with a screenshot of these sheets. I'm not gonna make any money off of that. I'm just kind of fulfilling my obligation to the campaign. In saying that, if you accidentally accept a campaign because you're looking on your phone, which can I just say, use your desktop. If you have the ability to use a desktop computer for campaigns, for Creator Connections, do it. It's gonna be like going from looking through the peephole in your door to actually opening the door. That's the big difference in the information that you're gonna be able to see. So if you accidentally click accept on a campaign, it's okay. Don't panic. If you decide, I don't want this product, there's no time to get the product, or the brand won't message me back, just make a collage. And if y'all are like, how do I make a collage? How does this work? Please let me know in the comments and I'll walk you through that entire process. It's actually pretty easy. I found that I can only do it on my iPhone. or Android, if you have that, I don't have the option on desktop. What happens if you accept a campaign, but you don't link a video? I don't know, but it can't be good. I will tell you that I actually did accept a campaign. I had ordered the product. It was arriving well within the start and end date of the campaign. I was so excited about it. I was pumped. It was a 50% commission. I was so ready. And the day the product arrived, I looked at the campaign and it had ended 2 days prior because they ran out of money. The available budget just ran out. So they ended the campaign. Now, I believe if that sort of thing happens, it's not on you. It ended unexpectedly. So as far as I know, nothing bad has happened to me because of that. But now I have a Lego set that should build a beautiful Christmas tree that I don't need. Hopefully tonight at my Christmas Eve party, people will have fun building a Christmas tree out of Legos. If you select a campaign, then go to associate link and copy it. Then use this link so Amazon can track so that you get the higher commissions correct. After that campaign ends, does the link revert back to normal? Or do you need to redo this every time one expires or ends? I have taken a link like that and placed it in 100 places. How would you be able to go and edit this? When you link a video to a campaign, say I linked this lamp video to a campaign, I re-edit the title on Amazon #ad. Even if that campaign ends, I'm not gonna touch the title. I like where I am on the whole carousel situation. I don't feel like adjusting it. And in the future, another campaign for this lamp could occur. So that way I can just link it later in life. I don't worry about it too much. The commissions that are higher with Creator Connections campaigns, those only last as long as the campaign. But I can tell you, it's so like my JLab headphones that I absolutely adore. I absolutely love them. Truly. I'm not making stuff up here, okay? I absolutely love them. The campaign for the JLab headphones was like a week. It was so short. And since then, I have sold many sets of headphones, but I'm only getting the regular on-site commission. I'm not getting the higher commissions, even though I did well during the campaign. Now that it has ended, that's it. But I'm still gonna leave that #ad. We'll see. I'm hoping they do more campaigns because that was really fun for me. And I wouldn't worry about wherever else you've put links, like on my YouTube videos, when that is also connected to a campaign. In the description of the video, it will say like, I get higher commissions for this product because it's like sponsored by the brand. I just leave it alone because again, later on in life, another campaign for that product could arise and then I don't have to do any crazy work of like, oh no, cover all my bases. Just leave it. When filling out the form for free samples, a lot of brands have like a Google form that you can actually fill out, which is very nice, but also odd because you may or may not get a response. Are you willing to promote these products on a monthly basis for at least 12 months? One video per month per product. Do you answer that no? For me, it's a, let's talk about it. So instead of saying no, you can say, let's discuss this further. Because I think what actually could be incredible about this is that you make a relationship with this brand. So basically you start creating videos for them to make money. Now, on the actual platform of Creator Connections, you cannot barter payment for videos or anything like that. But if you're in a Google form, they have your email, you can email back and forth with that brand now, and now you have a separate relationship with that brand that is outside Amazon, even if you were still working with them on Amazon. You can start talking to them about like, hey, I already made this video for Amazon specifically, let's keep it to that. But for further videos, I would love to create a relationship where once a month I create a video per product, but it's gonna cost you. Every video, this is my charge rate. And make it a good number. Make your worth, your talent, your energy, your time, your passion into an income source. Like that's what you want to do. I'm so bad at doing this because I'm like, $20? I way underestimate myself. I am a professional videographer and I've been doing that for almost 5 years now. My videos are worth more than $20 and yours might be also. But I would start on a small scale, especially if you're just starting out with this sort of thing. Start small and slowly grow your commissions. Don't commit to a full year. I would commit to 3 months. After those 3 months are up, start exploring more options with them. Be like, hey, these 3 months went so well. We're working great together. Let's go for another 3 months. Haha. Does the content for the campaign have to be new or posted within the dates of the brand's campaign? Or am I able to join a current campaign, but including a storefront post from last year? If I have a video like this lamp that I made 5 months ago and the campaign starts tomorrow, doesn't matter. I have that video ready to go. I can go ahead and accept that campaign, link my video, good to go. Now, if I want to make another video for like YouTube and like really spice it up and really have as many links out there in the world as possible to get lots of traffic, do it. But you don't have to create anything new if you already have the product and you've already made a video for that product. A lot of people feel like Creator Connections is way too time consuming. I actually spend a lot of time on Creator Connections, scrolling through, making sure I'm not missing anything for any of the products I already own. I think it's really fun. Also, I'm gonna link below a creator here on YouTube that created this like code system to figure out if all the videos you already have campaigns on Creator Connections. I did it and I discovered like 10 campaigns I wasn't a part of already. Another friend of mine did it and she found 60 campaigns she wasn't a part of and needed to get videos linked. That's a lot of cash just like left out in the wind. In the title of the video I connect to this Creator Connections product, do I need to state that it's an ad always on Amazon on-site on my Creator Hub? I changed the title just by adding hashtag ad. That's it. Now, if I was given a free product by the brand, I need to say that in the video when I'm making it. I also like to put like hashtag gifted if I'm like on an Instagram story. And then of course on YouTube, I like to put it in the description, not in the title. In the title, it can be very distracting and people might not click on it because it just looks funny. So I always put it in the description instead. So you can actually look down at this description and just see what that looks like. Do I have to share my videos to social? I'm confused about this. Can I just link it to my storefront? Yes. You do not have to be an influencer to do Amazon Influencer Program. I do the best I can, but really my personal focus is on on-site commissions with Amazon. I always upload videos to my Amazon storefront and link that to the campaign. If for whatever reason I want to make a YouTube video for it, I do that as well. But I always focus in on Amazon itself and then everything else is just extra. But you never have to make a YouTube video. You don't have to put it on Instagram. You don't have to do any of those things unless you have made a special promise to a brand specifically. But if that's not something you're willing to do, then don't make that promise. So let's talk about the source of your video. When you're linking something to a campaign on Creator Connections, there's a little drop-down menu. For on-site videos, I put just the word video. That's what I select. For YouTube videos, I select YouTube, and then I link the YouTube video. I go to YouTube, I click share on that video, copy link. That is the link that goes in there. Same for TikTok. If I made a TikTok video, I'm gonna go to TikTok, click on the little 3 dots near the bottom of your phone. It's gonna come up with a copy link. That is the link you're going to put into campaign. That's it. Don't worry. It's gonna be okay. Take a breath. And you can do all of those, by the way. You can have an on-site video, a YouTube, a TikTok, and an Instagram story, all for the same campaign. Go big or go home. And we're going big because we want to stay home. At least with Amazon Influencer, I'm going big. That's what I mean by that. I don't know why I had to clarify. Do we need to have a media kit made and ready to go to start campaigning? Absolutely not. I don't have one. I'm not really sure how to make one. It sounds like such a great idea, but it also sounds very overwhelming. I wouldn't do that. I think that would be a lot of work that you may not have like a resume for. Consider these campaigns a way to like build your resume of how incredible you are as a reviewer of products who's like honest, authentic, and forthright and makes those commissions. Create that resume first, and then however a media kit is made, make that happen. I'll have to figure that out myself, and when I do, I'll share it with y'all. That was my last question. If I missed anything, please ask me down below, and we will continue to make more of these videos so that we can learn and grow together. You stuck to the end with me to find out how much I've made on Amazon Influencer this year. I started Amazon Influencer on June 13th, I believe. As of this moment, on December 24th, I have made this much money. Yeah, that's with both on-site, off-site, and Creator Connections. The reason why I didn't say it out loud is because it is very early in the morning and my Creator Connections earnings have not updated. They usually don't update till about 3 or 4 p.m. So I don't even know what the number is either. It's a surprise. If you enjoyed this video and you made it this far, can you please block emoji down in the comments, because with Creator Connections, it's all about timing. Because you gotta watch for when that end date is, because it just sneaks up on you. If you're enjoying this even more, hit that subscribe button. When we reach 500 subscribers, we're gonna go live and talk about Amazon Influencer all together. And I can't wait for that moment. I'll catch you on the flippity flip.